Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. On play action, they'll throw. That one caught, and right away he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball well.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. They want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off the drive. They had a chance there to finish things out. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd 10. Back to throw. Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they're on a 1st or 2nd seed come playoff time.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Tua. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Play action. Now it's Tua. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And the loss of 8 on the sack. It's going to lead him to 4th down. There's Thomas Morstead on now to put it away on 4th down. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
What is this?
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On play action, here's Tua. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 33. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. No wasted time from Channing Tindall on that play. He got back there in a hurry and met him to stop him for a loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. To throw is Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jerome Baker, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And here's Trent Gill on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this returnable for Hill. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess
guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
This one left side caught by Berrios. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
Ready, set.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to air one out. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Now a first down throw, Fields. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Fields. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
On first down, it's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
3rd and long. It's Fields. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Samuel Aguavin in there to get him, and with it, time will expire here in this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Okay, the Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. On 3rd down, Barkley. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll run for it with Barkley and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Fields to commit there for a Chicago first. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Fields.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And that won't buy them much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Jaquan Brisker in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Take it in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Jalen Petrie picks it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here's Hill on the return. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Next to score, Dolphins 49, Bears 3.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Bears take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Now Fields.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Now Hill to return it.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
139 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go to Barkley again. They find some open field here. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Barkley inside handoff. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the penalty, Montgomery.
Tariq Woolen in on the stop.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Ready. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Again, it's Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And able to work his way down to the 16.
Boy, 199 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
On the ball. Ready, go.
Here's a give to Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Ready?
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly.
It's another one.